Starting in our standing position. Feet are about hips width apart. Arms are down by your side. Ground your feet into the floor, all 10 toes, big toe, little toe. Ball of the foot, heel of the foot. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Engage your quadricep muscles. Not too strong, but enough to feel the lift of the thigh. Roll the shoulders back and down. Extend the neck from ear to shoulder, nice and long. Crown of the head to the sky. Eye gaze is forward. Chin is parallel to the floor. Spread your fingers and lift your shoulders up to your ears. Then bring them back down and around. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, bring the shoulders up. Exhale, bring them down and around. And just keep open in your collarbone, chest, throat area. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Eyes open or closed for the next few breaths. Just breathe in, feel the extension of the spine, feel the lengthening of your body, feel the expansion of the belly, ribs, and chest, and the letting go. One more breath. Open your eyes. Inhale, bring the arms all the way up. Big stretch, take your time to fill up. Exhale, open, fold and bend your knees. Place your hands on floor or blocks. If you're stiff in the morning, it's always a nice thing to have those blocks or books, something nearby. Inhale, rise up, bring the arms out, fill up, big breath. Exhale, prayer to your heart. Inhale, arms all the way up, open the arms. Exhale, send it forward, bend your knees, hands on floor or blocks. Inhale, lengthen your spine, bring the arms out and up overhead. Exhale, bring prayer to your heart. One more time, press the palms up, inhale. Exhale, open, so far so good. Hands to the floor blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now separate your feet about hips width apart if they're not already. So you can measure that with 2 fists. Grab opposite elbows, soften your knees, and forward fold. Keeping the weight a little bit forward into the balls of your feet. Lengthen the spine, tap the head down towards the floor. Sway or stay, it doesn't really matter. And just wherever you are, switch the cross of your arms so the opposite arm comes on top. And then find some stillness in your forward fold. Knees are soft, belly is resting on your thighs. Your neck is long. Breathe. Spread the breath from shoulder to shoulder, rib to rib, hip to hip. Releasing the back of the legs as much as available to you. And then release your arms and let them dangle. This time we're going to roll through our spine, pressing down first through the feet, and then roll through the spine, coming up like the tide's rolling in. Open up, roll the shoulders back and around. Inhale, bring your arms overhead, interlace your fingers, release thumb and forefinger, and lift up and over to the right side. Feet are still separated a little bit here, so typically we have our feet together when we do this pose, but we're going to keep our feet wide because we started in a standing position. Inhale back to center, rise up through the center, get some length. Exhale up and over to the other side, shoulders open. Throat open, heart open. Inhale back to center. Exhale, spread the arms, forward fold, touch the floor, shins or blocks. Inhale again, we're going to rise up with a flat back. Step the feet together, hands together at your heart center. So this makes us a little less balanced. Inhale, interlace fingers, release thumb and forefinger, bring the arms up. Exhale to your side bend, and this time maybe hold it a little bit longer, maybe a little bit more towards your edge. Lifting up and over like there's a beach ball underneath the right side of your body, chest, throat open. And come back off the edge, inhale. Exhale up and over. I think Cindy's at the edge of the world, right? Down there are the keys, it really is. Lift up and over. Find your edge, but don't fall off. And then inhale back to center on this one. Lift your heart up, lift your head up. Eye gaze goes up. And if you'd like support on the back, put your hands there and fingers in either direction and lift your heart up one more time. Like there's a string at your sternum pulling you up and back. Lift and reach your heart up. And then exhale wherever you are, forward fold one more time. Hands to the floor, shins or blocks. Now inhale, halfway lift. Take your right leg behind your left leg so that the left leg crosses in front. Your feet can be wide or close, depending on you. Lengthen your spine, halfway lift. And exhale, fold over your legs. Bend the knees as much as you need to, want to. Pressing firmly into the left big toe, ball of the foot, and same with the right. Now this one we're going to ragdoll our way up to standing. When you get there, bring the arms back overhead. Inhale, interlace your fingers one more time. Exhale up and over to your left side. Find some really nice length on the right side, a little compression on the left side. And then inhale up and over to the other side. Hug your hips towards midline. Inhale back up to center. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to floor, shins or blocks. Look forward. Step to a high plank position. Shoulders over wrists, belly is lifted, knees can drop if you'd like to do that. Look forward, shift forward. Bend your knees or keep your legs straight. Go halfway down. Roll over your toes. Find an upward facing dog. Shoulders back. Heart lifts. Beautiful downward facing dog. Head down towards your shins. First dog, walk it out a little bit. Right, left. And when you're ready, settle for a few breaths. Again, chest towards your thighs. Arms are firm. Spiral your upper shoulders outward, triceps towards each other, towards midline. Chest towards your thighs, bend your knees to lift your hips a little higher. And then stay or straighten the legs, whatever works for you, what speaks to you. Come onto your tippy toes, high up. Bend your knees, look forward. Take as many steps as you'd like to get to the top of your mat, halfway lift when you get there. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Bring the arms all the way up overhead. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Hands on floor or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, left foot steps behind right foot. So some of you will get your pinkies in line with each other. Some of you will widen your legs. But hug your hips towards midline. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. As much as your body allows. So blocks under hands are so important, so helpful here if you need them. And then with a rounded spine, let's roll back up. Bring the arms up overhead, interlace your fingers. If you can think about it, switch the thumb cross. Lift up and out of your waistline. Exhale up and over to the right side, lifting up as if the beach ball was under the right side of your body. Big stretch on the left side. Are you feeling good? Inhale up. Exhale up and over. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold to the floor. Hands on floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back with your left foot, right foot, high plank. Low plank or to your knees or skip it and meet up in downward facing dog. Looking good. Good camera position today, guys. Hips up in the air. Walk your dog or stay. Take a few long breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. One more time here. Take your right foot behind your left foot. So you're in downward dog. Left leg is in front. Inhale high on your toes. Exhale, knee to chest, left knee. Come forward, high plank. As you exhale, left foot goes behind right foot in downward facing dog. Inhale, right knee to chest and high plank. Exhale, right leg behind left in downward dog. Exhale, knee to chest, left knee. Downward dog, left leg behind. Right knee to chest. And take it behind. One more time, left knee to chest. Left leg behind, right down dog. Exhale, knee to chest, right leg. This time step back to your downward dog. Feet are hips width apart. Inhale on your tippy toes, quadriceps engaged. Look forward, shift forward, lower your hips without bending your arms. Lift your heart up and place your knees to the floor. Push back to your heels, child's pose. Take your arms by your side, flip your palms up, and just rub a little bit of release into the wrists. And then bring the arms by your side, palms up, all the way back. Child's pose is always a place you can go. Interlace your fingers behind your back, palms together. Stay there, or lift your hips up and round your spine. Weight is in your legs, not your head, so you should feel no pressure at the top of your head. Press the top of the foot, shin down, engage your quadriceps, your abdominal muscles, pull that in. Inhale, one more breath as you exhale, have a seat on your heels, and lift yourself up slowly. Bring the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Inhale to tabletop. A little bit further with your arms in front of you. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog, hips up in the air. Rise up onto your tippy toes, soften your knees, and make your way to the top of your mat, however you get there. Halfway lift, and exhale. I get a little corny sometimes, so we got a little Glen Campbell. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, bring the prayer to your heart. Bring your feet closer together or stay separate if it feels more stable. Inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, hands to floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, high plank to low plank, or skip it and go right to your down dog. And you know you can always take extra push-ups. Hips up in the air. High on your tippy toes, soften your knees, look forward, step to the top of your mat, jump if you like, float if you can, forward fold. Inhale, press down to rise up, arms come with you. Exhale, bring prayer to the heart. Inhale, arms up, Surya Namaskara A, Sun Salutation A, forward fold, hands on floor, shins or blocks. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk, step, float, hop, fly through your chaturanga or skip it. And we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Take a few breaths in dog just to settle in. And then come on your toes, soften your knees, take yourself to the top of your mat, halfway lift when you get. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, take prayer to the heart. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hands down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step. High plank to low. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Settle in. Allow your body to get warm in all directions. Inhale, high on your toes, soften your knees, look forward, take yourself back to the top of your mat. Halfway lift when you get there. And exhale, fold. Now, if you do have blocks, keep them nearby your feet. And then rise to stand. If you don't have blocks, I suggest grabbing a pair off Amazon any day. Arms down by your side. Good. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, I'm going to place my hands on blocks, but you can have the floor, or if you have books. Take your right leg, lift it off the floor. Take it as if we were crossing behind the left ankle, but we're crossing a little bit more, probably off your mat, out to the left side. So your left knee is over your ankle, your right foot is out to the side, a little IT band stretch in the back leg. Now hug your left hip in towards the midline. Right hand on the floor or on a block, left hand comes to your hip, and then we open for a twist. So it's kind of like a dancer's bridge, a lunge, it's all of the above. Rotate the torso, inhale, and exhale. One more breath. Good, empty the breath, hand to the floor. Now we're gonna straighten out our legs, so we're gonna take the right leg back into a low lunge. Let's start it on the knee. Drop to the knee, not on top of your knee. Your left knee is over your ankle, and you're away from the top of your right knee. So your leg is a little bit further away from the front leg. Shoulders back and down, broaden your collarbones. Hug your left hip in towards midline. Just like we were doing when the leg was off to the side. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Now inhale, you can stay with your hands down or bring them up. Reach your heart up, ribs down. So think about bringing your ribs and hips closer together as you tuck the tailbone under, lift your belly away from your thigh. Inhale. And exhale. Lean a little forward, keep some energy in that left glute. Right arm down, left arm up, twist. Same thing, stay here, or tuck your back toes underneath you. Inhale. Hug your hips in towards your midline. And exhale, drop your hips low, hug it in. Good, inhale, release your hands to the floor. And then step forward, top of the mat, halfway lift. Fold over. Rise to stand, bring the arms up. Take the prayer to your heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold hands on the blocks if you have them, floor if you have it. You should have a floor. Bend your right leg and lift your left foot off the floor. Just so you can hover next to the right leg. Bend the right knee a little bit more as you sit your weight back into your heel. Take your left leg off to the right side, so it's maybe halfway back and out to the side. Hug the right hip in towards midline. Plant your right foot firmly. Really hug your hips towards your middle. And just stay there, or keep your left arm down and begin to twist to your right side. So if we were getting a little fancier, we could step it back a little further. Maybe we'll be doing that later, who knows? Only the shadow knows. Breathe. Empty the breath, hands down, look down. Step your left foot back into a lunge. Lower your left knee to the floor. So first set it up so your right knee is over the ankle, heel is pulling towards the back leg. You're not on your left knee, your back knee. So you're a little further apart so that you can sink that left hip down. Shoulders pull back. Good. And then stay there or bring your arms up overhead. Inhale. Reach up, bring ribs down towards hips. So if you see a little pooching out here, tuck your tailbone, knit your ribs a little bit closer towards your hips. So the lift comes from the middle upper back rather than the lower back. Now lean forward just a little bit. Feel some tension in the right glute. Left hand down, right arm up, twist, stay there, or tuck the back toes underneath you. Keep hugging the right hip towards the midline. Inhale, and exhale. One more breath. Exhale, hands to the floor, look forward. Step forward, feet hips width apart. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to. Let your belly rest on your thighs. Tuck your chin to your chest. Press firmly through your feet and roll up slowly. Bring the arms with you overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, bring the arms up. Let's take it through a Vinyasa to clear. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, step, high plank. Low plank, chaturanga. Upward dog, cobra, downward dog, or even child's pose. Inhale, high on your toes. Let's lift the right leg in the air, and then bend the left knee so you drop your hips a little square, and then flex your right toes to the floor, lower your hip parallel to the floor, straighten your left leg, push the heel to the floor. Inhale, bring your knee to your chest in plank, look forward, step the right leg through, rise up onto your fingertips or blocks. Inhale, all the way up, crescent lunge. Exhale, sink your hips low, shoulders back and down, heart lifts. I like to touch my palms together sometimes. That's available if your shoulders are open enough. Inhale, keep bending the back knee a little bit so you drop a little bit lower, and then when you're at the height or the height, the depth that you want, then maybe straighten the leg a little bit more. Inhale, and exhale, bring your prayer to your heart. Hinge forward. Keep a straight line from head to toe. Rotate your torso. Bring your left arm outside your right thigh for a little bit deeper twist. Hug your hips to midline, thumbs to sternum. Breathe in, breathe out. So keep thinking about using your left tricep against your right thigh to create length in the spine, and then a little bit more to create the depth. Good, one more breath. Good, exhale, bring your hands to the floor, or blocks. Step your back foot in a little bit closer to straighten the front leg. Blocks were always helpful with those of us with tight hamstrings. Right hip pulls back, left hip pulls forward. Let your head come down towards your shins. Keep the spine long. Your feet are about hips width, or maybe even wider for some of us, apart, but not on a tightrope. Fold and breathe. Inhale with a halfway lift. Now, we're going to turn to the right side of our body. I'm going to bring my block with me. And then I'm going to spin onto my right pinky edge and my left pinky edge of my foot. So I'm right in the center with a short and steer stance on the outer edges of both feet. Long spine, not happy for your IT band maybe. So make whatever adjustments you need to. Take another breath. Nice work, guys. Come back to center. Adjust yourself one more stop in the center, and then turn to the left side of your mat and adjust your feet to a wider stance. You can take a block with you to the center. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Take your peace finger grip around your big toes. Bind your fingers together, so thumb under the toes, thumb under the fingers, and then pull against your toes. Elbows pull out to the side. Head towards the shins and just forward fold. The weight goes forward so that the knees are not affected here. Chest to thighs, head towards the floor. Some of you take lift off here into a headstand. Feel free to fly. Another breath. Good. Inhale, look forward. Lengthen your spine. Release your hands. Lengthen it again. Walk back around to the front, hands on the inside of your right leg. Low lizard lunge. We're going to stay here just for a few breaths, so don't get crazy. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, now separate your hands on either side. We're going to take the right leg back in the air, three-legged dog. Open your hip. Let the foot just hang back towards the left glute. Square your shoulders so your chest faces down. Your foot is just hanging out, relaxed. Good. Keep the knee bent as you turn back to dog. And then stay in dog, but round and curl your spine. And then step your feet down and choose, do you want to take a vinyasa or do you want to skip it and stay in dog? Lift your heart up and bring it back, down dog. Both knees are bent, excuse me. Take your left leg in the air, nice and high. And then begin to place your right heel towards the floor as you drop the left hip squared, and perhaps the right heel goes down and straighten the leg. Inhale, bend the knee to the chest, come forward, look forward. Step your left leg through. Hold on to your blocks if you'd like to. Hug your hip towards midline. Inhale, rise to stand, bring your arms with you. Settle down, bend your back knee as much as you'd like to get your hips a little bit lower, and when they're low enough, maybe straighten the back leg again. Inhale, arms up. And it's full. Belly to spine, ribs to hips, heart lifts. Oh, you look so good today, guys. Inhale. I can see everybody. Well, almost everybody. Exhale, Cindy. I still show the trees, but it looks so pretty. Hands to your heart center. Hinge forward. There you go. Rotate your torso to the left. Right arm outside left. Thumbs to sternum or to the heart. Crown of the head forward. Back leg is strong, but it could also be on the floor. Inhale. And exhale. So you should feel some energy in that left glute, right quadricep. Breathe in. And empty out one more time. Let your head look down. Exhale, hands to the blocks or floor. Step your back foot in a couple of feet, maybe a couple of inches. Separate your legs at least hips width apart. Front leg is straight, lengthen your spine. That's where blocks come in handy. Exhale, fold over your left shin. Press firmly into the left big toe. Pyramid pose. Breathe in and out. Now, take your block on your left side to the middle. We're going to begin to rotate to the outer left side of our mat. Come on the outer edge of your left pinky side and outer edge of your right pinky side foot. Hug your hips to the midline. Lengthen, lengthen. Good. Steer pose, outer hip, IT band, hamstring. A lot of feedback going on here. One more breath. Walk back to center. We're going to turn to the right side of the mat now. Take your block with you. Adjust your feet as wide as your hips. You know, so wide as one of your leg lengths, really. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to your hips. Rise up to stand. Let's take our arms behind our back. Interlace your fingers, palms together, knuckles down, heart lifts. Exhale, soften the knees and forward fold, head down towards the floor. Arms reach up and away from your back. Head towards the floor. Soften your knees. Put a little bit of weight into the balls of your feet. I guess you could tell what kind of mood I was in when I picked this playlist. And then empty the arms, empty the breath, arms underneath you, lengthen your spine. Inhale, we're going to take it back to the front of the mat, hands on the inside of the left leg. Hips are squared, you can drop to the knee if you'd like to. We're not here that long this time. It's a little foreshadowing. And then take your left hand outside the foot. Step back to a three-legged dog. Bend your top leg. Let it drop back behind you. Shoulders turn square. Weight evenly in right and left hands. Keep your knee bent. Turn to a downward dog. And then stay in dog, but bring it round and curl your spine. And then step down, high plank. I'm sorry, down dog, high plank now. Vinyasa. Your way. Hips up. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot steps. Inhale, arms come all the way up. Exhale, take a prayer twist outside the right thigh. Inhale. And exhale. So right thigh, right knee is bent. One more breath, and we exhale into pyramid pose. Hands on the floor, blocks. Step your back leg closer, front leg straightens. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Walking to your right side onto the pinky edges of both feet in a shortened stance. Lengthen your spine. You might want to take a twist, some people. Left arm down, right arm up. Right arm down. Inhale back, turn it around to the left side of your mat. Step out wider. Rise up onto your fingertips. Exhale, take your hands outside your feet. Look forward and elbows drop out to the side as the head comes down. Again, if you have a headstand or any other balance that you'd like to take here, this is an opportunity for you. You never have to take those. And if you're exploring, keep exploring. While the rest of us look forward, inhale. Release your hands from underneath you, underneath your shoulders. And we're going to walk inside again, the right foot. Now this time I want to release the left knee to the floor. Maybe the forearms come down, so you're in a lizard lunge on your right leg, with your right leg. Walk your right foot, turn it out to the right side, and then roll onto the outer blade edge of your foot. So my arms are staying straight for this one today. Right arm on the inside, but if you like to be on your forearms and you have the space, do it. Rotate to the right side. Stay here, similar to what we did standing, or bend, you got it, Maria, bend your left knee and reach your right hand to your foot. You're on the blade side of the right leg. Lift your heart. You can open the right knee a little bit more, get a little bit more feedback, conversation into the right hip. Nice work, one more breath. Releasing gently if you have the foot. Hands on the floor. Good, place your foot back down. Now, walk your hands back, you might even want blocks. We're going to take the left leg in towards the right side of your mat, and then we're going to sit back behind the left leg. So my left foot is under my right thigh. If that's uncomfortable, move it. Lengthen your spine, toes up to the sky, and then walk your chest forward any amount. Grab for your foot. If you're really flexy, grab for your block. If you want a little bit more of that conversation, perhaps rotate the hip just a little bit to the right side. Inhale. And exhale. So it's a little bit more hamstring than IT band. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath. Just give your body the permission to let go wherever it is. Inhale, walk your hands back up. Lift your torso. Rebend your front knee. Tuck your back toes underneath you. Low lunge. Inhale, plant the palms. Right leg lifts. Open up your right hip in a downward dog. And you choose to stay or flip your dog. Dancer's bridge or wheel. Exhale, hands down, plank, vinyasa, or skip into downward facing dog. Hips up. Feet a little closer. Left leg up. Step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, prayer to the heart. Lean forward, twist. Right arm outside. Heart opens. We stay here for a few moments, but not as long as the first time. Lifting the belly away from the thigh, rotating through the spine. Breathe in. On the exhale, the hands are going to come down. Step a little forward. Fold over, pyramid pose. Inhale, halfway lift. Walking to your left side, going onto the blade side of your pinkies of your feet, and walking to the midline. If you have a block, grab it with you. Stay there, or maybe you lift the left arm up for a twist. And lower down. Good. we're going to the right side of the mat. Open up your legs a little wider. Have a block if you'd like. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to your hips, rise up to stand. Good. Take your hands on your back, fingers in either direction. Squeeze the elbows together. Lift your heart up. Excuse me. And then exhale, keeping your hands on your hips. Forward fold. Head down towards the floor. Another opportunity to go upside down if that's where you want. And then release the hands to the floor. Walk the fingers behind you, fingers facing away from you, and pull yourself closer to half. Elbows bend, head down. Sitting bones lift and spread. Inhale. And exhale. Big breaths in, big breaths out. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands back underneath your shoulders. Exhale, walk around to the front of your mat. Hands on the inside of the left leg. The right knee comes down. You can walk your arms out. You can be on your forearms or stay where you are. Turn your left toes to the left and then come onto the outer edge of the left foot. Stay there or take your left arm and just open up. And as you do that, you can spin onto the outer edge of the right foot again, or the right hip goes down and the outer edge comes out. And stay there, or perhaps grab your foot with your hand. So if you have enough flexibility, if your forearm's down to do that, go for it. Fine? Yeah, good. So we're opening up the shoulder of the left side, the chest. We're getting deep into those hips today in a different way. Take another breath. Good. Slowly let go of your foot if you're holding it. Come on back to center. You can separate your hands on either side of the foot as the foot walks a little further back. Take your right foot to your left side of your mat and begin to sit back. You can sit on a block, but your right foot is under your left hamstring. Lengthen your spine. Inhale. Walk forward. Fold any amount. Straps, towels are helpful. Breathe in and out. One more breath. Good. Walk your hands in. Rebend your left knee. Low lunge. Tuck the back toes under. Plant your palms, left leg in the air. Three-legged dog. Open your left hip over your right hip. Look behind you if you want to flip your dog. Follow your left foot to the floor behind you, or just stay in your three-legged dog. Any variation here that speaks to you. Good. Inhale, rewind. Four on the floor. Vinyasa or skip and stay in dog. You know, you add your push-ups if that's your thing. Hips up. Come high on your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Take yourself to the top of your mat. Have your blocks nearby again. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, lift your toes, and slide your hands underneath your feet. Wrap your big toe around your wrist. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, begin to straighten the legs as the elbows come out to the side, head to the shins. Top of the head down, and let go. Halfway lift on the inhale. At the same time, exhale, hands to the hips, rise up to stand. Okay, arms by your side. Take a moment here, close your eyes. Find yourself standing nice and tall, grounded evenly from the feet, through the legs, through the torso, through the crown of the head. Good. Place your hands on your hips. Open your eyes. Bring your weight to your left leg and lift your right knee up. Flex the foot. Now, you're either going to hold on with your left hand hugging your knee, or some of you might grab the outer edge of your your left hand holding your right knee. I was right. Left hand grabbing your outer right foot, and some of you will stay here or extend the leg out. If you extend the leg out, take your right arm behind you. And if you can look behind you, great. Dancing Shiva pose. Good. Now, the top leg, it doesn't have to be straight, even if you're holding the foot. But the bottom leg is straight and hugging in. Great, Deb. Perfect. Any level here is welcome and available. One more breath here. Now, whatever you're holding, bend your knee. Release your hands up. Kick your right leg back. Bring your hands to prayer. Through Warrior 3, stay in Warrior 3, toes down. And then without touching the floor, right arm down, left arm to your hip, twist. And let's just hold it this way today. So half or revolved Ardha without, of course, if you have to touch the floor, you touch the floor. So Maria, I think your right leg is back, your right arm is down. So your opposite hand foot, or your right, same hand foot, but you're turning your hips. Yeah. That's it. Okay, good. It looked different to me on screen. Good. If you'd like to take it into the fullest expression, your right hand will come down on the floor block, and you take the full rotation. Your choice. And then everybody fold over, hands to the floor. Quickie standing split. Bring your feet together on the mat. Drop into a low squat. Just hold. Tuck your chin to your chest, forehead to your knees, round your spine. Inhale, lift your heart. Come onto your fingertips. Options. We always have options. It's like a Chinese menu, A, B, or C. So you can stay right here. You can have your hands flat on the floor and just stay in that folded position. Or maybe you want to bring your hands to your heart. And some of you might want to take a twist outside the right leg. And that's enough. Some of you, again, might want to bring your hands to the floor. Take your variation of a side crow. With or without lift. Legs straight, legs bent. Whatever speaks to you. Traditional version, you're not on your right arm. It's tricky. It's all about fulcrums. Come back to the center when you're done playing. Good. Stand up straight, fold over your legs. Hang your head. Turn the palms upside down like you were standing on them again. Chin to chest, roll up slowly. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Arms by your side. Stand tall, grounded. And then open your eyes and put your weight in your right leg. Left leg comes up. Right hand outside the knee. I'll put my left hand on my hip for a levelness. Or right hand outside the foot, extended or bent. Left arm behind you, and some of you will be able to turn and look over your left shoulder. Nice, Sin. I can finally see you. Great. It's hard to tell from the angle, Michelle, but maybe drop your hip a little lower. Lauren, this side's tighter, huh? Don't get frustrated or pissed off. It's balance. It's hard on a good day. Take another breath. Come back to center. Everybody release your knee, arms up. And then go back to a Warrior 3, just running through Warrior 3. Planting your right foot firmly on the floor. Now your right knee can be bent. And then left arm's going to come down, right hand to your hip. Rotate through your torso, or put your hand all the way to the floor. It doesn't matter. I was in some mood when I made this playlist, huh? So some of you will stay here just for fun, and maybe some of you want to go full expression down to the floor. I mean, obviously, it's a little challenging to stay balanced, and that's okay. We work on it. That's what we do every day is balance. Right? Breathe. And then fold over, left leg straight just for the breath. breath. Feet together on the floor. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, come down. So you can stay here with a rounded spine. Lift your torso. Bring your hands to your heart. So I'm giving you all sorts of options. Right arm outside left thigh. Hands to the floor. So take one of the choices. Maybe you take a little arm balance here by lifting your feet off the floor and maybe extending the legs. One up, one down. We can play with that another time. If it's something that you'd like to try, you can speak to me after class. We can talk about it. And then come on back to center when you're ready. Hands to the floor, legs straightened, forward fold. Turn your palms up one more time. Rest the wrists down. Inhale, halfway lift, plant your palms down, look forward. Exhale, step, step, plank. Take your vinyasa or skip. Upward dog, downward dog. Right leg in the air, open the hip, bend the knee. Keep the knee bent as you bring the right knee to the right wrist. Come forward, listen, careful. Take a block. Place it under your sitting bones. If you don't have it, stay upright. If you don't have a block, if you can grab some pillows, some thick blankets. So we're going to stay upright. Option here to stay with that, or bend your back leg and grab one or two hands. Some of you will get your foot into the crook of your elbow. I tend to have a better time on my other side. Some of you will lift your arm up, hook your arms. You know, there's all variations of this pose, but we're in an upright position, so it is actually a little bit more accessible for many of us. Good, breathe in, open up your shoulder, your chest, look good, Maria. And then slowly let go. Hands to the floor. Now remove your block, pigeon pose. Don't go to the fullest expression of any pose immediately, right? You want to find each place along the journey and settle in for a moment or two as you find your way into your deepest expression. But it doesn't happen in the first movement. It shouldn't. If it does, you have nowhere left to go, no journey to follow. Take another breath here. Inhale your hands back to the floor. Step back. Let's just go to downward dog with the right leg in the air. And then four on the floor, downward dog. Inhale, left leg up, bend the knee. Come back to center, knee to left elbow, wrist. Tuck your right toes underneath. You take a block underneath your seating bones. So you're sitting upright. It's easier, it's more accessible here. So first start just in this nice upright position. Everybody's getting their face to the sun. Nice. Bend your right knee and see if you want to reach behind you with one, two arms. You can wrap your foot into the wrist or the forearm elbow crease. Maybe the left arm comes up. Some of you can grab a hold of your backhand foot. So blocks are your friends. Don't let anybody tell you they're a crush. They are your best friend, your assistant. One more breath. And then gently release whatever you've got. Turn yourself forward. Stay on the block or release it and lower into pigeon. Take your time. Remember, stop and see the sights along the way. Test the water. I could give you a lot of sayings to say. It's all about the climb. It's all about the journey. Experience every step of the way without really losing it. Settle in for a few breaths. All right, one more time. Slowly come on up. Tuck your back toes under and lift your left leg up, three-legged dog. And then four-legged dog. And allow your knees to come to the floor underneath your hips. Cross one ankle behind the other and have a seat back behind you. Legs out in front of you. Scoot forward a little bit so that when you come down, your head will be on your mat. Lift the flesh. And ground your heels. Engage your quadricep muscles, arms by your side. Long spine, inhale. Perfect, Tim, good. Inhale the arms all the way up. Reach to the sky, and then hinge forward. Stop where you feel the first amount of tension. Breathe. Exhale, maybe a little bit lower. Inhale. Exhale, one more time. Inhale, keep the length in the spine. Exhale, grab something on your foot, your shin, or maybe a block, maybe a strap. Long spine, inhale. And exhale. Breathe in slowly and deeply. Good. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale, sit up nice and tall. Feel free to have a block, a towel, something nearby you. And tuck your chin into your chest. Roll backwards, one vertebrae at a time. Let your legs be really firm and active here. Slowly going down. Taking your time. Lower back, middle back, upper back, shoulder, neck, head, knees to your chest. Grabbing a hold of your fingers, wrists, forearms, elbows, wherever keeps your tailbone down but gives you a nice deep stretch along the spine. Open the arms to a T. Shift your hips right, let your knees fall left, look to the right. Inhale back to your center. Shift your hips left, let your knees fall right. Good. Inhale back to center. Hug everything close together, round and curl. Lower your head, lower your feet to the floor, hold on to your ankles, or just graze your heels with your hands. Tilt your pelvis so your back imprints, your belly button close to your spine, and ribs, hips knit closer together like we've been doing all along. If you can stay holding on to your ankles, great. If you have to let go, but graze your heels. Tilt your pelvis, come up into bridge pose. Start with just finding the grounding here. Feet down, shoulders down. Then hands come underneath your back, walk your shoulders underneath you. Push down firmly through the big toe, pressing up through the hips. The shoulders and the feet are like your anchors here. Don't change your head position. You can stay there, or if you'd like to take a full wheel, hands come by your shoulders, pressing lightly to the top of your head first, and then lift all the way up. Headbands usually come off. To come down, top of the head, upper, lower, down to the floor. All right. Little wardrobe malfunction. All right. Bring your knees towards each other on the floor. So just like a little windshield wiper. Don't hug them into your chest yet because you got one more to do. And I'm sure I'll have another wardrobe malfunction. Don't worry, it's only a headband. Feet on the floor. Tilt your pelvis. Lift your hips up first. Just decide if you want to be supported with your hands or a block. You want to have your arms underneath. Or you want to take it into your fullest expression. Come to the top of your head, then lift your chest up off the floor. Breathe in. Let me see your beautiful back bends. Any variation is welcome. And then I want you to slowly come back to the top of the head, upper, mid, lower, back down. Now hug your knees back to your chest. Happy baby. Feet to the sky. Hold on wherever it's right for you. And you can open your legs by holding onto your feet or release your hands a little bit lower into your thighs, your calves. Just as long as you keep the tailbone down. Just a little release. And take your hands on the outside of your legs to draw them back in. Hug your knees. Take the next moment or two to decide if you're ready to go into your Shavasana or there's something else you'd like to do. And find yourself on the floor. The tail is wagging, so you must be happy. As you settle into your Shavasana, your arms released by your side, palms face up. Or you can have your hands, one on your belly, one on your heart. Your hips are released. Everything relaxes down. Scan your body from the top of your head to the bottoms of your feet. Allow your thoughts to be still. And let all the muscular action that we have just worked with relax. Your heart, the only muscle that's working. Everything is relaxed. It's at ease. And the breath again is like the ebb and the fall of the tides. The rise and fall of the chest, the abdomen as we breathe in and out. Slowly begin to deepen your breath, or stay as long as you like and just turn me off. Introducing movement back to your fingers, toes, wrists, ankles. side, rest as long as you'd like. And when you're ready, come to a seated position facing the camera, hands at your heart center. Giving gratitude to yourselves for getting to your mat this morning, for showing up, for doing the work. Now take that feeling off the mat, share it with someone you know, someone you don't know. And now we all bow down and honor each other, the light, the peace, the goodness, the love within each one of us. Namaste, Satnam, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Everybody have a great rest of your day, weekend. Till I see you again. Stay home, stay fit, stay healthy. Get vaccinated. Wear a mask.